All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Jackson now to return. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. On play action, Winston out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Noah Spence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jackson. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Tackle made by Brian Arakpo.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Jameis on second down. He'll buy some time right. His throw incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. Third down here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Wentz now to throw. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ram. 82. 82.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And Jeffrey's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, here's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's Wentz to throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 more there and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
46 down, Mariners by 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
52, great.
To throw is Wentz. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's got some space here. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here is complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He lost 6 there on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Jameis to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Play action now, Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Jeffrey breaking the tackle. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Into the red zone, Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now,
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 120.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think.
And Freeman lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll run here with Freeman. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Go. 120.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. To throw is Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll pitch it out to Jones. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Timmy Jernigan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Eagles. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Ajayi. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Caught right side. It's Snead. 23 yards on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A handoff. Devontae Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Freeman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hurts over the middle. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Great 15, great 15.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Flushed out right. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Ajayi. Spinning past him. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Hang in there now. That's it. Oh. Rip. Black, come on.
Coming left, it's Freeman. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
52 is mine, boy. 52. Listen.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's complete to Jeffrey. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Wentz now still just the one incompletion. 16 of 17. It's 1st down. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll give it here to his running back. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And this is incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play fake. Winston. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. Skirts by him at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Freeman again, first down carry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
They run with a giant. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Rolling to his left. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On play action, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. For touchdown. Philadelphia. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Elliott now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go play action. Winston eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. In for the score. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a second down throw for Winston. He completes it to Evans. To the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Complete, he finds Blake. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. But Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Jones muscles him off. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Most players will tell you that night games, while they can be fun, they're really hard to prepare for because you wake up on game day and all you want to do is get to the stadium and let's get going. But you got to bank that fire a little bit and hold it until the evening. It's almost like a Broadway premiere. Got to wait until the nighttime to go out there in front of the bright lights. And, boy, has he harnessed himself really well, and now he's unleashing it on the opponents.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Howard. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Jones. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Let's go now. Sonic.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run with Freeman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down. On 3rd down, that's Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15, and that ought to just about put an end to this one. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Caught right side is Jeffrey. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, the rest. Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Look what you sweater is drill. Somebody give me a... These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a... In jail I had... I'm like, you got off the... Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm calling the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up. The big nigga up. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look like. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands in your fingers. Get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my Zip the back that like a popo. These they popo. The G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Friday cable 2 wheels, nigga. One ride down to Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. Finna got in the gently. Ain't been friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lie on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you. Rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to golf. A lot of these was lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No cost. I want that cost. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with. To groovy you, me. If I